increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition,
of the Select Committee on Regional Government, Lands, Ombudsman and IEC to Rural Council from 5th to 10th October 2022 by the Honorable Chairperson of the Committee.
May I now invite the Honorable Chairperson of the Select Committee on Regional Government, Lands, Ombudsman and IEC to Rural Councils to take the floor. Honorable Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On behalf of the Select Committee on Regional Government, Land, Ombudsman and IEC, I want to present this report. With your permission, Honorable Speaker, I just want to summarize it because we have almost about 5 reports that we should lay today. Acknowledgement. The Select Committee on Regional Government, Lands, Ombudsman and IEC wishes to acknowledge and express appreciation for the invaluable support of all stakeholders who participated in the plenary and subsequent activities of the committee in the execution of its oversight tasks as contained in this report. The committee wishes to extend its profound gratitude to the National Assembly Authority through the Office of the Clerk for financing and providing the necessary logistics requirement for the committee to undertake this important task. This institutional support has invaluably contributed to enabling the Select Committee to professionally perform its mandate and responsibilities. Similarly, the Select Committee registers its appreciation for the cooperation and invaluable support rendered by officials of these councils, especially members of the team that accompany the committee to all the selected project sites throughout the tour. These teams provided vital information and guidance to the committee in dealing with technical issues at the project sites. Finally, the committee wishes to commend the honorable members of the Select Committee for demonstrating high sense of commitment, resolve and dedication in performing their constitutional mandate of oversight over the Council throughout the exercise. Special appreciation is also extended to the committee clerk, researchers, media, team, and the drivers. Honorable Speaker, list of tour participants. My humble self, Honorable Suleiman Jammeh, Chairperson. Honorable Ibrahim Ajete, Member. Honorable Keba K. Barrow, Member. Honorable Omar Diop, Member. Honorable Aliou Balde, Member. Honorable Alaji Babu Sise, Member. Honorable Abdullah Njai, Member. Honorable Isa Conte, Member. Honorable Kemo Gassama, Member. Honorable Dauda Jeng, Member. Honorable Musa Baji, Member. Mrs. Fatou Jiba, Committee Clerk. Miss Fatou Mata Keta, Committee Clerk. Ms. Fatou Mata K. Sasao, Research Officer. Mr. David Gomez, Director of Governance from the Minister of Regional Government. Mr. Joseph Koli, Vice Chairman IEC. Mr. Cherno Dabo, Cameraman. Mr. Buba Koli, Driver. These are the members of the team. Introduction. In pursuance of meeting one of the National Assembly Oversight Procedural Guidelines and requirement for Select Committee in performing oversight, the committee developed its annual work plan in line with the National Assembly Oversight Calendar. It is against this backdrop that the committee embarked on national tour to institutions and agencies under its purview. The first phase of this visit took the committee to the office of the regional governor of NBR, CRR, URR, LRR, regional office of the IEC, and as well as the provincial area councils of the respective region. Furthermore, a field visit was conducted to their project site in order to have an update on the status of the council ongoing and completed projects, along with the challenges they face with. The regional office of the Independent Electoral Commission were also visited, and vital updates were received from respective regional returning officers. This interaction availed us with the opportunity to know the scope of their operation future plan to meet growing demand as well as challenges faced. It is important to note that throughout the tour, the committee was in the company of the Director of Governance, Mr. David Gomez, and the Vice Chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Mr. Joseph Colley. A summary of the committee observation, finding, conclusion on issues arising from the subject matter dealt with, and recommendations are hereby presented in this report. The objective of the oversight visit: A, assess the number and type of projects at each region, receive update and first-hand information on the ongoing council project and their source of funding, identify challenges and provide a possible way forward for effective service delivery. Methodology. The methodology adopted by the committee to ensure coherence in the process and accomplish the oversight exercise include the following: briefing session, question and answer session, field visits, so our first point of contact was the office of the governor, North Bank region. The governor commended the committee for exercising one of its key mandates as an oversight committee of National Assembly. He further urged all stakeholders, including the Office of the Ombudsman, to cooperate with the committee in the exercise of their function in the region. In conclusion, the governor highlights some of the challenges that are ongoing in the region. At the end of the briefing, the governor invited honorable members on a tree planting exercise carried out with his premises. Challenges faced by the office of the governor: 1, standard resident await furnishing. Already during the time, yes, it was not furnished, but right now it has been furnished. Insufficient fuel supply for the operational needs, that is the vehicle that they use. Insufficient funding for their quarterly technical advisory committee meeting, that is the TAC meeting that they normally have. Mobility challenge for the office of the Ombudsman. From there, we met the chairman of the area council, that is the Kerr area council. Chairman of the council, Mr. Malamin I.L. Bojang, welcomed the select committee to Kerr area council. Chairman Bojang stated that they were very delighted to receive the committee in the region and look forward in having a fruitful discussion with them, with the honorable members. Projects implemented by Nkama Area Council.
Can I just observe, please? Yeah, please. I just want you to be very brief and summarize, because your members have only 1 hour to discuss this thing. So if you can agree. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The projects implemented by the Kerr area councils in 2021, well rehabilitation, market at Daru Riruan, market at Njegen Sanjan, furniture for guest house at Farafenye, market at Samba Kala. New projects during our tour in 2022 were market at Munyagen village, Dar Silame ward, provision of 60 street lights to 8 communities, and to their challenges. The challenges that Kerr area council face. A, inadequate financial, technical, human and material resources, lack of official vehicle to carry out their activities, inadequate staff training, lack of capacity building, inadequate institutional cooperation. Rate and tax have never been reversed for the past 30 years, despite the fact that demand on council for their provision of service is on the increase. Support from central government is not forthcoming. This continues to cripple the financial muscle. Delay in disbursement of car park dues is hindering development. Some village development committee are confronting council on open space within business environment in such urban settlement. So, to Kuntawur area council, we also visited there. Some of the projects that they implemented for summary purpose are access to clean water, drinking water, construction of borehole at Kerr Samboy, construction of borehole at Kerr Maka, a borehole at Amdalai. Road rehabilitation, Palam to Kataba, Omar, Wasu to Sinchu, Jinduri. On health activities, construction of staff quarters at Bani Clinic, rehabilitation of Kaur Market. Project, it is important to note that among the projects mentioned above, the committee was able to visit the borehole at Mayen, Kofa, and Buntong. These boreholes are functional and well received by the communities. However, effort to visit other project sites proved futile as council authority claimed that the roads are inaccessible. Challenges faced by Kuntawur area councils are A, non-compliance by the central government to pay to 25% subvention as established by the Local Government Act 2002. The council not been informed about project implemented by the Office of the Governor. Mobility constraint, lack of proper valuation of properties. Collection of rate tax have been very low for a long period of time. Inadequate office space for the council, as at the time of the visit, the new office space was under construction. In conclusion, the chairman pleaded with the select committee for the ward councillors to be put on salary and not allowances. So we also visited the Office of the Governor, CRR. During our interaction with him, the Governor mentioned that the development of the nation lies in the hands of the National Assembly. He noted that in the exercise of the function, it is equally important for the Council and all partners in development to work hand in hand for the benefit of people living in CRR region. Challenges highlighted by the Governor: inadequate funding to execute some of the activities within the region, implementation of projects in the region without notifying the Governor's office, insufficient fuel supply for mobility during security patrol, insufficient funding for the quarterly technical advisory committee, that is the TAC. Now to Janjambure Area Council, Honorable Speaker. Members of the committee were received by the CEO and councillors of the council. In welcoming members of the committee at the briefing session, the vice chairman, in a very angry and arrogant tone, blamed the National Assembly for failing to address any of the challenges raised during the nationwide tour of the same select committee of the 5th legislature. His outburst set the pace for 2 other ward councillors to follow suit in disparating the work of the select committee. Owing to the unruly behavior and disrespect from the vice chairman and 2 other councillors, Janjambure and Brikamaba ward, towards honorable members, the committee decided to call off the meeting. So this was a confrontation that was done by 2 of the councillors mentioned, because they in fact insulted the National Assembly by saying it's the, we failed them. So, but later we called the 2 councillors concerned and addressed the issue, and they were able to apologize for their action. So to the Office of the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC in Janjambure, the Vice Chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission led the committee to the IEC Regional Office. The committee was welcomed by the Regional IEC Officer and his deputies. The Chairman and the committee briefed and officers about the purpose of the visit to the IEC Regional Office. This was followed by statement from the officers. So, however, in the exercise of their function, the Commission also faced some difficulties, which include the following: inadequate storage facility across the region, that is the election kit boxes and drums, low voter turnout during the parliamentary election, limited civic education to the electorate in the region, capacity building for IEC staff, demarcation of large constituencies, the issue of attestation, interference by governors, politicians, chiefs, and alcalos, stagnant growth in IEC, human growth in. Some of the achievements by the Mansakonko area councils are as follows: capacity and institution, Sanukoli, Tabayel, Jatakunda, Sandek. These are all boreholes that they dug, and one of the boreholes we were able to, the committee committed by the stakeholders towards the project.